The water coming out of the purifier is going to be good. The trick is everything on the outside of the purifier, the water itself, is all dirty. So first thing I would like us to do when we're out in the field is just use some hand sanitizer, just to keep our bottles and our hands clean when we're doing all this stuff. Because the biggest fear in my mind is not from water in the purifier, obviously, but from getting the source water on our hands, on our bottle, and then eventually in our mouths. So the first thing I do, I would undo the hose before I remove the cap, just to keep what's here as clean as we possibly can, since the hose is dirty. So then I take off the cap and make sure I set it somewhere where we're not going to accidentally drop it in the water. So we can do this too if you're worried about the outside of the pump being dirty. I like to do this every once in a while. Just pump clean water and let it run down the sides of the pump and on my hand, because all this is good water. So once you do that and you feel like you're sufficiently clean, I would just carefully screw the bottle on without touching it to the outside of the pump or my hands. And now we've got a good solid clean interface. So we can just pretty much get the water we need. Which is pretty dang quick, actually. All right, then I carefully remove this guy, and occasionally, if you'd hold this for a sec, occasionally I go like this just because I never know where my cap's been. I mean, I pretty much do, but a little bit of clean water doesn't hurt anything. So then I get this guy sealed up and purge the water out of the pump. So it's a little tricky in the bathroom. And then once it's all nice and clear, I immediately put the cap back on and we're good. So I think that's kind of how we should use it out in the field. The one thing about all purifiers is when you're coiling up and putting it away, generally the hose is going to have dirty water on it. So the best thing we can do is always keep the cap on before we do that and keep dirty water away from our clean water source of the purifier. And then once I put it away, I put it in a bag or the storage sack that it comes with. And then after that, I would personally use a little bit of sanitizer, just because after having such a sweet pump that's purifying everything, it would be really ironic to get sick from bad handling practices.
Copy that.